Hello, fabulous people. This is the Together podcast, and this is the place where Cherise and I come together to help you get it together for your everyday business life. So we hope you enjoy. Okay, we got like 5 topics out in the boondocks
Yeah.
that we need to like come back and talk about. So, did you have? I know we promised we were going to talk about what freebies we were going to give because I wanted people to hear us like our thought process and like how we're going to come up with it. And then what else are we going to talk about? It was something else out there we were going to talk about.
Oh gosh, wait a minute. I should have thought about this before. I was doing something
Right?
else. Doing a million other things.
Yeah.
Last week was so good. Gosh.
Sorry, y'all. I spilled water all over my desk and I feel like my computer is not, my setting is off.
I feel like my lighting is off. It's too bright or something.
It's not. It's just, it's on one side of your face. So it needs to be, could it be centered in front of you?
It should be. Let me move a little bit.
There we go. Yeah. That's perfect.
Okay, I'll take that.
And we got a little view of the city.
Yes, I'll take it.
Okay, so I think we should, unless something's like on your heart, talk about the freebies that we're going to offer and how we're going to offer them and why we're going to offer what we're going to offer and the whole purpose of offering a freebie.
Yeah, let's jump in on the freebies.
Yeah.
I need to pull mine up. Oh, I know why I was way over here because I was trying to charge my computer.
Oh, okay. And I have my charging card this week. It's charging. So, okay.
Okay.
All right. Happy Tuesday. What you been into? How was your Labor Day?
Labor Day was great. I had company in town. I was entertaining. So
hey.
It was good. Always good, but busy, wearing you out, when you got company. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Trying to get to my charger. But yeah, it was good. I'm trying to think of, I went to 2 Urban Licks to eat. That was great. And then the family wanted to go to Papados, which is so funny to me. Like, that was a highlight.
Yes.
And it was just funny. I was like, oh,
yeah. Okay.
Whatever y'all want to do.
Good old Papados still over there. Y'all went to the one on Windy Hill?
No, we actually went to the one in Marietta.
Okay.
So it was good. It was just a good weekend to be with family,
Yeah. Good.
Okay, so let's go in on these freebies.
Yes.
And what do you have as yours? Because I gotta pull mine up and remember which one.
So I have not developed my freebie item yet. I think there are some things in my archives I could pull out, but I don't want to. I want to do something that's fresh and something new that's relevant to today. And so first of all, everybody, I want to make sure you know why you, as somebody who's building anything online, would want to have a freebie that you give away. And so the easiest way is kind of three things actually. So the first thing is you want to give the people a taste of who you are. And so like I originally learned this with Pink Spoon marketing, and it was based off of that marketing program was based off of like when you go into the ice cream shop, you can get just a tad bit of a taste of the type of ice cream, which would then hopefully make you want more from that person. Yeah. And so that's the first reason. So people can get a taste of you. The second reason is so that you can build a list. And so when you give people a freebie online, you usually are able to collect their email account, their email address, and then you have that list. And you can sell from your list, you can promote from your list, you can, that list. Somebody said like your list is gold. Your list is gold. And even if you have a brick and mortar, you still want to have an email list because that's the way you would let people know, hey, we're moving. Hey, we have a flash sale. Hey, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're offering whatever. If you have that list and that easy way to get to your people. And y'all may be thinking, but what if I have social media? Okay, so social media is a great announcement, whereas an email in somebody's email box is usually very specific. You know, it's to them. And so that's it. Now, the third reason is it will qualify and disqualify your clients. And
Yes, very
so
important.
if you can make your freebie specific to what your client wants, your ideal client, based on your ideal client profile, then that should get you the people who are perfect for you to sell your next thing to. Okay. And so
Absolutely.
you want to think of your list as I want to tell y'all the whole sales funnel, but I don't want to get too detailed
Mhm.
in it because I want to stay at the list. But the more people you can get on your list is the more people you have access to continue to work down your sales funnel.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so let me try to give you guys this quick and dirty kind of lesson on sales funnels. And so essentially, let's say you have 1,000 people who get your freebie item.
Mhm.
All right, each level you go down or each offering you go down should get more and more and more expensive.
Mhm.
But less and less people are going to come down all the way down the funnel. And
Mhm.
so let's say you have 1,000 people get your freebie item. You should expect probably it's depending on the industry, depending on your sales and marketing, depending on a lot of things, but anywhere from 0 to 30%. I've heard the numbers all over the place. For the purposes of this conversation, real quick, we're gonna say 10%. So if you got 1,000 people that on your freebie list, you should be 10% of them should be buying your next thing. Let's say
Mhm.
your next thing is a book. Usually you want to work them up nice and easy. So you want the book to be anywhere from 0 to probably $30, somewhere in there
Mhm.
with that. And the numbers range all over depending on the training that you're in, but usually somewhere about there. And then let's say, so that's 10% are going to drop down and buy the next thing from you. And then from there, you want the next offering, which should be from like $100 to $500. Let's say that 100 that dropped down from 1,000 is now 10 people who are probably going to get that next offering, which let's say for the purpose of this, let's say it's group coaching or a workshop or something that's probably going between $100 and $500. So, and then from there, so let's say we have 10 people drop down and take that from the 100 that we had buying the book to now we at 10% of that. So we got about 10 people who sign up for the workshop or whatever thing that's between 100 and 500. And then that final offering, which is usually some type of one-on-one service or a high-end program or something like that, the sky is the limit as to what it
Yeah.
can be. But
Mhm.
let's say it's going to be $1,000.
Mhm.
And so that's essentially a quick and dirty funnel. So you have understanding of why it's so important. And you want people to get into the top of the funnel. And so you want to have a really good freebie that qualifies and disqualifies your clients. And so your potential clients. So you want to make sure your funnel is using language that they would understand. Because also you want language that would not appeal to people who are not your client
Mhm.
with that. And it needs something to be something attractive to
Yeah.
them.
Mhm.
At this point, we all know that when we get this freebie item, you are going to email us. We all know that. And so
Mhm.
your
Mhm.
item has to be attractive enough
Mhm.
for them to be okay doing the extra 2 steps they're going to have to do to take to get off your email list
Yeah.
or to be okay continuing to get your emails. So it
Yeah.
has to be good enough for
Yeah.
them because it's not like, when we first got email in like 1994. No,
Mhm.
96, 94 when I got
Yeah.
email.
Somewhere around there.
Right, somewhere around there. You was excited to get an email.
Yeah.
Now we all get emails. Like my email account, my junk email account right now was sitting on probably 8,000, 10,000 emails.
Mhm.
And so nobody's excited about getting another email before again. So whatever you offer, it has to be exciting enough to overcome that. Dang, I don't want another email because I got 10,000 to go through.
Mhm. Mhm.
But people will get on your list and they will stay on your list, even though they probably should get off, or even though they know they don't read your emails
Mhm.
because they think, like I think, because I can't help it. I just got on somebody's email list the other day. I'm like, dang, now he emailing me every day. Oh, well, it is what it is. That's all you can do, is because if they say something or do something on the right day when you got the right money, you want to be ready. And so,
Mhm.
like, or if I'm like, I know I might need this person later, I don't need them right now, or I can't afford their program right now, but I don't want to lose touch with them. And so I stay on the email list. And I've gotten emails from people because every now and then, people will try to clean up their list and get the people off that's not going to buy.
Yeah.
And so I've gotten emails like, hey, you don't interact or you don't even read my emails. Are you sure you want to stay on my email
Yeah.
list? I
Yeah.
absolutely do. I do.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, true, true. I let so many of mine stack up from people that I
Hmm.
have read
Yeah.
their emails, but I love to read
Yeah.
people's subject lines,
Yeah.
ideas, or I'll say, "Oh, let me tap in." It'll
Hmm.
be tons of them,
Yeah.
months, and then I say, "Ooh." And that's
Yeah.
why I will not delete certain people.
Right.
So you have to have the confidence
You're
that
right.
you're that person for people and know
Yeah.
that you're giving such great content that they're
Yeah.
at least letting your email stack up. They may not be
Yeah.
checking every single one, but
Right.
it's just that
Hmm.
one that they need to tap in and buy a program
Yeah,
from
and
you.
you don't know what that's gonna be, and they don't know what that's gonna be.
And they don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, so back to the freebie of what we're gonna do, what we're gonna talk about tonight. And
Mhm,
so y'all know based on our conversation that we had about the ideal client a couple of weeks ago. My
mhm,
ideal client, her name is Sharonika, and Sharonika is thinking, how can I make money? That's
mhm,
her thing now. Now
mhm.
I know as her potential coach that is so much more than her making money. It's
Mhm.
so much. It's about her time management, money management. It's her internal barriers that she
Yeah.
has going with money. I know specifically because she grew up in lack. She's always like terrified of lack, and she
Mhm,
doesn't know how just to be. And
mhm.
so I know we need to do all of that work, but I can't give her a freebie that says, here are your 8 mind shifts that you need, because she might get it on the right day, but she's not. But if I know here's 7 ways that you can make money tomorrow, she's gonna download that. She's gonna download that.
And there you go. You
So
know,
I
that's me
thought
right
about it and
there
like,
all
what does
day.
she want? And I was
Mhm,
like, she want to make money. That's all she can think of. So and when you like know your ideal client, like I know my
mhm.
ideal client, and the thing that's pressing on her mind right now, like I'm talking like she's a real person, y'all,
She is.
is is her baby just got diagnosed with autism, her 2-year-old.
Mhm.
And so she has to get him in this autism school, and it's going to be
Yeah.
an extra $2,000 a month. And so that's
Mhm.
all she's thinking right now is, how do I get this extra $2,000 a
Yeah.
month? Because
Yeah.
my husband can't do it. He's a government employee. He
Yeah.
can't just go to his boss and ask for a raise. And even if he do, it's probably going to hit us on the
Not gonna be
taxes.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not gonna be enough. Whereas I know with my business, if I can figure out how to get an extra $2,000 a month, I could take that $2,000 and put it straight into the
Mhm.
school for my baby. So
Yeah.
that's what I've got to do for my ideal client. Okay, Cherise, what does your ideal client need for her freebie?
Well, like you, my ideal client, she needs money. So
Mm-hmm.
no matter how successful she is or how much money she's making, she needs more money so that she can invest in
Mm-hmm.
her business. She needs more money so that she can have more freedom
Mm-hmm.
in her business and
Yeah.
lifestyle. So
Yeah.
I'm all about that cash infusion now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So my I have a couple of freebies, but I'm focused right now because it's almost done. Like I have my meeting on Thursday and
Ooh.
it should be complete. So I have a quiz funnel that I'm focused on and it's called,
Ooh. I love
yeah,
quiz funnels. Oh,
I
yeah, quiz
do.
funnels is a whole nother level. But
Yeah, and I've been
okay,
working
please
on
tell
this
me where you
sucker
at.
for a couple
A
of years.
minute. Yeah.
I won one in a YouTube mastermind I was in, and I
Hmm.
just never knew what I was doing. I had created it,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
I never got it. So I had invested in I'm not sure if you know Kim McCarter, the funnel queen, but I did a funnel with her. And when I tell you this is next level, like I'm
I'm
definitely going to
look, I'm
share her.
pretty sure I'm still on her list. I do. Is
Yeah,
it Black Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
do know I
the
do know
funnel
her.
queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's a friend of mine, and I decided to go ahead and invest with her. And my funnel is called the Beauty Pro Breakthrough Blueprint. So
Ooh.
basically, yeah, it's going to help my beauty pros
Yeah.
create the cash infusion in their business that they need now.
Yeah.
Cash infusion now, because one thing that I really want them to understand is that everything you have is in you, and all the cash that you
Mm.
need is within you and your ideas and what
Mhm.
you already know.
Gotcha.
So it's all about teaching you how to create a class, a workshop, an event from what you already know, from
Mhm.
your resources, from your
Yeah.
skills, from
Yeah.
your contact list, from
Yeah.
right here within, and
Yeah.
create some cash. Like you said, if she needs that extra 2K a month, all right, well, this is how we're going to do it. We're not going to have
Mhm.
to spend more money to do it. We're going to create it from right here. Start
Yeah.
from scratch,
Mhm.
create. Is your personality, because a lot of it is about your personality.
Yes.
What type of beauty pro or entrepreneur are you?
Gotcha.
And so what is best for you? Is an event best for you? Is an online event, a virtual
Mhm.
event, or in-person event, or is it a class or a workshop? You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So are you an introvert? So if you're an introvert, it's probably best that you do online. And if you do
Gotcha.
online, right?
Mhm.
Um, that means maybe you can only do a 30-minute webinar. Maybe that's all that you have in you. So
Mhm.
we create you a 30-minute webinar where you can introduce who you are, what you do, what you
Yeah.
offer,
Yeah.
and then do an upsell, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So that would be more for the introverted. And then if you're like a boss chick, you might be great at networking. You
Right.
might have an audience that you just have not tapped into that will come out to see you at your beautiful salon or at your beautiful venue, your girlfriend
Mhm.
beautiful venue that you can partner and collaborate with, you know.
Yeah.
So also teaching them how to connect and collaborate and make money with your peers, with other
Gotcha.
beauty
Yeah.
professionals and other with clients, with your
Mm.
service clients and with your
Yeah.
fashion, with your boutique,
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
really about creating from within your network, your community, what you already have, because so many of us are
Mhm.
inundated with just, I think we're on information overload,
I
and
definitely think so. Yeah.
got to bring it back in. Like I told everybody, I'm not taking one more class. Don't ask me to take another class. I'm not doing any more conferences for this year. I need to implement what I already know.
Yeah.
It's time to get an ROI. And until then, I'm not going to be able to do anything else. Now I'll go support and I'll go network, but
Mhm.
I'm not going for the upsell. So that's another
Gotcha.
thing too, like
Mhm.
have to know what you need to know, go pick up the information you need, and then
Yeah.
start that. Don't
Yeah.
be emotional
Yeah.
and get sold on something that you're not going to follow through with, you know?
Right.
So even with that, as far as a lead magnet, when you click and they ask for your email and you get the information, is this something that I need and I can implement now? And that's what Natalie's
Yeah.
talking about. If you're here and you
Mhm.
are tapped in, if you're an entrepreneur and you are looking to make more connections, this is what Natalie is talking about when she's saying, your offer really needs to be irresistible. It needs to be something that the people
Yes.
really want, that
Yeah.
the people feel like, oh, this will help my business. I know this will help my business. And it needs
Yeah.
to be basic.
Mhm.
It needs to be kind of 101, something
Mhm.
digestible,
Mhm.
that they can
Mhm.
implement quickly
Yeah.
and go to work and feel excited about.
Yeah, I think so too. And I was
Mhm.
thinking about with my freebie, because I think there are already so many lists about do this to make $8 million in 2 seconds. And
Yeah.
how was I going to stand out? And
Mhm.
also, I think with my freebie, I wanted to figure out how could I make it realistic. And I'm sorry, that's not the best word to use, but I
Mm-hmm.
think it feels like sometimes we hear so many things that, or we get information overload, we don't
Mm-hmm.
actually know what we can do and implement in our practice. And
Mm-hmm.
so I know I wanted to do my freebie in a way in which I felt people walked away with actionable
Yes.
steps.
Yes. Yeah.
And
You
y'all know
give
this is
me
one of
that.
my like
Mm-hmm.
core tenets of who I am. Like, you should be
Yeah.
able to, at the beginning when you have nothing, because at
Mm-hmm.
the beginning when I had nothing, I needed somebody to give me actionable steps to get
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
really felt like if you can just help me get enough money, I'll come back and invest with you
Mm-hmm.
because you helped me. But I've got to get somewhere. I've got to get something first.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's one of my biggest things is making sure people have actionable steps.
Yeah.
And so I think what I'm going to do in my freebie is talk to, I like the number of 7, so it's the number of
Mm-hmm.
completion.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to
Mm-hmm.
talk to 7 therapists who are
Yeah.
actually making $2,000 a month
Mm-hmm.
from something else than seeing clients with
Good.
that. And so
Yeah.
I was thinking about it this morning and I came up with my list of 7 and I'm going to call them. Like I'm going to call them and hopefully they'll tell me and I want to know because I want to make sure that we're operating in integrity. So I'm going to ask like does this line of business that you have over here, is it making you $2,000 a month at
Yeah.
least?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
know one person, yes, it is, because they're getting ready to stop doing therapy to do it full time. And so that's what I want to do. So I'm in the process. I think 7 people I want to interview because I want them to talk. I want them to hear it from real therapists that
Yeah.
this is something that I'm actually implementing and actually doing.
Yeah.
So
Good. Good. Good.
yeah, okay,
Good.
all right. So back to you said something to the effect of my team has the funnel. And so break that down for me of like
Mhm.
what has to happen for you to get that out when it's a quiz funnel like that.
So what I had to do, they gave me um multiple questionnaires, like a really long questionnaire
Mm-hmm.
about, who the ideal client was and what their needs are, what their pain points are, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm talking about the funnel, what I mean is, like Natalie said, you're going to have to give the people something enticing, they click. And
Mm-hmm.
then, of course, they're going to ask for your email. But what are you going to give me for
Mm-hmm.
my email?
Mm-hmm.
This better be good. It
Mm-hmm.
better be good. So
Mm-hmm.
once you click and you give up your email, I do it all the time. I see a lot of things that I am very interested in. And then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I get in there and I'm like, no, that's not for me. This is too
Right.
much. This is not what you said. This got
Oh,
nothing to do
this
with
is
what you
not
said. You
what you
tricked
said.
me.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Tricked me.
Mm-hmm.
So for me personally, I really want to hone in on it really being something that every time they make a click or every time something opens up or there's an offer there, it's something that you're going to give them something
Mm-hmm.
and then they're going to want to go further. They're going to want,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so you have to, and listen, a funnel, it can be a 1-page funnel. It can be a
Mm-hmm.
1-click funnel. You can click one time and here's your answer. Here's your download.
Right.
I have one download for, what is it? So 20 businesses that beauty pros can start
Oh, that's a good one.
beyond the salon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then also
Girl,
class.
that's so good. I want to call one of my stylist friends to be like, girl, you got to get online and find this freebie.
Yeah.
That's a really
So
good one.
yeah, it is. But to break it down a little bit more, like Natalie says, in actionable steps, what are 20 things I can teach?
Mm,
So first of all, you got to write the list, brainstorm and write down the list.
yeah.
What can
Yeah.
I teach?
Mm-hmm.
Then once you start writing, it's like, oh wow, I can teach this. I can teach it. So then
Yeah.
you break it down to 3
Yeah.
things that you can teach. So
Yeah.
from there, let's create this class, because from one class or workshop or event, whatever, that you can teach from, it can multiply from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And what one of my coaches taught me one time is once you get that initial class going, or that initial set of people in the room. Let's
Yeah.
say it's 5 people.
Yeah.
Your next class will come from what they want next. And so don't think you
They
have to have
tell you.
all of the
Yeah.
answers.
Yeah.
Like you can flat out ask them, but
Yeah.
they will probably also like tell you in the conversations,
People
or
tell
I
you.
still don't know this, or I don't understand this, but you did this, but how did you do this and how'd you get there?
Yeah.
And so don't think you have to have 20 classes in your head.
Yeah.
Know
Yeah.
that your people will tell you. Your people will
Yeah.
tell you. And your
Yeah.
people actually should be growing with you
Mm-hmm.
throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you grow, they'll grow and you'll just and so it should be able to keep going, like what
Yeah.
they need next and what they need next and what they need next. And so
Yeah.
Russell Brunson, who is what, like the father of funnels?
Yeah.
He
He
might
is.
be the father of funnels.
Yeah.
Um, he says your funnel should never end.
It should never
Essentially,
end.
like your sales
Yeah.
funnel, you should always
Keep
have the next offering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is one of the biggest mistakes that I made because I didn't understand the funnel game.
Mm.
So, I was creating cute landing pages, with a little cute short
Mm-hmm.
funnel, but then I didn't have things on automation. I
Yes.
just didn't understand. And then, the people I was working with, they weren't helping me to understand it. That this is
Gotcha.
ongoing. Like,
Yeah.
no, this should stay alive. Like,
Yeah.
you should have a funnel that's probably been 9, 10 years old that's still alive that people can tap into.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
still you're getting the
Mm-hmm.
information and funneling
Mm-hmm.
into your email, your
Yep.
database,
Yep.
basically.
And
But
I will say, because I do have one, not a funnel, but a keep in contact strategy with some of my
yeah,
clients, kind of a
funnel.
a simple funnel.
Simple
And
fun.
when
Okay.
people, let me tell y'all, first of all, how I wrote that. I feel like 2 to 3 days over a Christmas break and was like, I am going to get all of these it's like a list of evergreen emails. And so I purchased them from PLR because, I like to be transparent with you guys. I
Mhm.
purchased them from PLR, I think PLR.me. I sat down for like 3 days and read through them, figured out which ones I like, which ones make sense, which things I would actually say, the things that I would never say. And I posted all of them. And I don't even remember what Christmas I did that. It's been over 5 years ago. It was pre-COVID. And I
Yeah.
still have people be like, we really enjoyed your email. Wait, which one email? Like, I'm
Which
like,
one?
it's just like it's still out there, it's still performing. Like it is still performing. And it is so funny that people like that's all, I don't even remember what I said or what was said or what we put out there. But if you put good things out there, it'll still be out there performing years and years later.
Yeah,
Years
absolutely.
and years later.
Absolutely.
Which, let me say, pro tip, write down what you do and make sure that when you change websites and links that
Mhm.
you go back and change your evergreen funnel.
Yeah.
Um, and
Mhm.
so because people be like, your links don't work anymore.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah. Those
even
were the types of things that I was dealing with. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
you something dies out and you just forget about it. And then
Yeah.
and the link is still somewhere out there on
In
an
the
old
in the
website
ethos on the old
somewhere.
website. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
You
I was
know.
very weak with that.
Yeah.
So, but that's because of the industry that I was in, and I wasn't very techy. I
Yeah.
wasn't digital savvy, and that's why I have made it a point to, become digital savvy for my industry. To make sure that
Ooh.
they have at least one funnel, so that they
Yeah.
have at least one route to collect emails. Because guess what is the biggest issue?
They're not
When my people come on to work with me, I'm like, okay, so what's your email list like? And they're
yeah.
like, oh, I don't have an email list. I'm like, oh, you have an email list. So how are you booking appointments? If you're booking appointments
You got
online,
an
you have
email
an
list.
email list.
Yeah.
But their mindset, because they're
Mm-hmm.
just booking online and that's so successful,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not either selling products or sending out a newsletter or something like that. They're like, oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a CRM.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I
Yeah.
understand. I've been there. That's why I can really appreciate where I
Yeah.
am in my industry because, and I don't mind going through the trenches for my industry
Mm-hmm.
because I know I need to know it to teach it.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had to
Yeah.
go the journey to teach
Yeah.
them and
Yeah.
be able to relate to them. So I don't want you to feel, judged or, like, oh, I'm so
Right.
outdated because I don't know this and I don't know. Trust me, you're not the only one. And our industry, we've been behind the chair working since we were in our teens.
Yeah.
And so many of you, but
Yeah.
since college, right out
And
of college, you
right.
came right
And
behind the
yeah.
chair, in the
And
chair.
therapy is not it has nothing to do with technology. It
No,
like and so
nothing.
we probably as an industry are just terrible
Mhm.
at just so terrible. And
Yeah,
so and we know nothing about sales and marketing most of the time.
yeah, yeah.
And so it's a lot and it's a lot to learn. Like I get overwhelmed. Like I
Uh-huh.
literally have just been praying lately, like, okay, Lord, what do I focus on? Like, what's the thing I need to learn? Do I learn this or do I learn
Mhm.
this? What's more important for me to learn? Um,
Mhm.
right now, because and then so just kind of the self-disclose. So I'm trying to figure out which do I hire out. So
Mhm.
do I hire out the video editing so I can get my videos all posted?
Mhm.
Or do I learn the video editing and post them myself
Yeah.
versus do I learn Kartra and all of the funnel stuff, like how to put them on the back end, or do I hire that out? And so I'm just going through the pros and cons and really praying for wisdom right now in that area. Like, okay, which one? Because I can't hire both right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's also going to boil down to which one I need to understand, like you just said, for my people in the future. So
Yeah.
which one do I need to have a better understanding of? And so I'm really leaning toward, okay, I need to learn Kartra and really have a good understanding of that on the back end and how to put the funnels together and all of the pieces to
Mhm.
it. And I need to hire out the video editing.
Yeah,
So,
I say learn Kartra. If that, like, if you can't
mhm,
conjure up a team
mhm,
member that can commit to that for you, to teaching it to you quickly
mhm,
and running it for you for a few months while they teach
right.
you, for
Yeah,
one, I would say go that route, because it's going to generate income
gotcha.
quicker.
Yeah.
Now, video editing, I'm about to jump this podcast off, and I'm not. These people love this information. Are we editing?
No, we have not started editing yet.
So I am starting off my interviews, and I'm going to be sending you out something to see what
Mhm.
day you will let me come to your office and interview you, on your site. But I'm not doing. I'm not. It's raw. I'm not
Gotcha.
editing. I'm not
Okay.
editing. That's not where I am right now.
Yeah.
That isn't even where I want to be. So when I
Oh,
get there,
say
fine.
that. Yes.
Yeah, when I get there, fine. But I hopefully that will help free you
Mhm.
up, because
Mhm.
yeah, you're right. A lot of times we're just sitting and overthinking. This is why it's so
Yeah.
important to have our community and have
Yeah.
connection and
Yeah.
communication, because it's
Mhm.
like, nah, the editing can wait for a minute.
Yeah.
You can create
Okay.
a budget for editing when you get this funneling
Right.
rolling,
When I get the first
and
one, I'm making some
more
money.
people,
Okay.
yeah, and more people seeing you, more visibility, and
Yeah.
you can sell more products, sell more programs, then you can
Mhm.
have a budget for editing. But
Yeah.
other than that, people just need this information. I told you I was in the 25K mastermind. It was not one thing edited. It was all Zoom. And when I tell you that information was phenomenal,
Wow.
it was I was
Okay.
anxious. Every time they showed up to teach, I was there, and everybody was there. Everybody in the mastermind
Mhm.
showed up every time they showed up on Zoom to teach, and all they did was record.
Wow. Okay.
Nothing was
Okay.
recorded.
Okay. I got that. I got that. I got it. I got it. I got it. And another thing that I got with that came actually from a conversation I was having with a girlfriend because I was saying the two mindset shifts that I've been dealing with as of late, or I feel like that's hindering me that I'm really trying to break through is um I thought I was the queen of do it now, do it better later. But I still got this thing in my head. I wanted to look good. I want this to be in place. I want this to be there in place. I wanted this to be in place. And so it's like, oh, okay, all right. do it now, do it better later. You need to bring that over to the coaching side. Apparently, you left it on the therapy side and didn't bring it to the coaching side.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that I've been struggling with a little bit is work harder, not smarter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so making sure that I'm really thinking well about my work and I'm working smartly. Like, what's the best use of my time? What's
Mm-hmm.
going to bring the money in the fastest? What's
Yeah.
going to do that? And
Mhm.
so it was so funny because my I was telling my friends, like, but you the one always saying do it now, do it better later. I do. How did I get caught up? And so
I
I
know
think you
you
have to
are.
have, like you just said, that circle of people around you to
Mhm.
know and to be able to hear, it's like they can hear you differently, or they can hear you in a way that you don't even hear yourself, or the
Mhm.
blocks
Yeah.
that you put on
Yeah.
yourself. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
That's what we're here
All
for.
right. So when do you think you're going to be done with your funnel?
Well, it will be done on Thursday because I already
Woohoo!
have, I don't know if you probably can't see. It's so cute. Now, there's some edits that we need to make, but
Mm-hmm.
this is,
Is it on the web at all yet?
no, not yet.
Okay.
But I got like the blueprint of what, that's the wrong Kim. Okay, hold on. I got this is where they have me so far. Can you see that? You can't see it from my light.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, I can see it right there a little bit. It's like a
Yeah,
dancing lady.
yeah. So
Uh,
the dancing lady, no, but that was just a little,
right,
something
right, right, right.
or
Yeah.
whatever. Um, and then like just my whole, it's just everything is there. You can't see it. I'm sorry, but everything is there
Okay.
to start the quiz. Like one of my archetypes is the beauty connoisseur,
Mm.
and then another one is I think I said she is the introverted beauty pro.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm helping you discover who you really are, so
Yeah.
you can learn
Yeah.
to do business. If you're the
Yeah.
boss beauty pro, like, oh, okay, so you might be the boss beauty pro, but you're up here overthinking and don't have a funnel and
Right.
don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you're overworking, overwhelmed, underpriced.
Yeah.
You don't have a class or a workshop or an event going,
Right.
but you're the boss girl. You're the boss girl behind the chair killing yourself at,
Yes.
at 35, 40, 50
Right.
years old, and you're
Right.
wondering what's next. You want to quit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to quit the very thing that is your wealthy
Mm-hmm.
place because you burnt yourself out.
Oh,
So, and
girl.
I need you to hear me,
Mm-hmm.
guys, because this is why it's so important for you to have a lead generator, because this is how you talk to your audience. This
Yeah.
is where you connect with your audience. So even if it's
Yeah.
a download, like I was telling Natalie, just
Yeah.
20 businesses that beauty pros can start
Yeah.
beyond the chair.
Yeah. I would
Same
download
thing
that.
with
I'm not a
therapy.
beauty pro, and I would download that. Yeah.
Download. Just
Mm-hmm.
tell your therapist,
Mm-hmm.
write a book. Give them the steps to write a book.
Girl. Mm-hmm.
Give them the steps to teach a class, Natalie.
Yep. Yep.
Like this is a simple virtual class, 30
Yep.
minutes,
30 minutes. You can do it. Mm-hmm.
and upsell them into a 4-week program.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can simplify things, like, because we
Yep.
complicate things.
We do
Um,
complicate things. I am the queen of complicating
we
things.
all are.
Yes.
We all are.
Yes.
But let's be clear. We have been put into a matrix that taught us to complicate things. So we only go so far and only do so much. Let's be clear. We ain't gonna
Right.
get out deep on them. But to simplify this, tap in with me, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do a weekly webinar, okay, and I did this
Gotcha.
very successfully for probably about 9 years ago and quit. I just stopped. I don't even know why. And weekly webinar, it was too long for one, because I didn't know what I knew now. It was too long, and then it was
Yeah.
just getting in the way because I was doing so much hair.
Yeah.
But now what I know is, do a weekly webinar. The webinar can be 15, 20 minutes, but be so impactful and have an upsell
Yes.
for them that
Yeah.
they're irresistible.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when
Yeah.
you think about a weekly webinar, oh my God, I can't get on a webinar for an hour every week.
Right.
You
Yeah.
have great information. You can break down 7 points in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then do a Q&A.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so sign up for my on next Saturday
Yeah.
morning at 10
Yeah.
a.m. I'm doing a 2-hour masterclass
Yeah.
for $250.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
then the master class, okay, I'm gonna upsell you into my 4-week program for
Yeah.
$5K.
Yeah.
So you have to simplify it just like that, Natalie. And we have been
Oh, we have been
overcomplicating things.
overcomplicating
You
things.
got to show up every week and do a 20-minute teaching. You got to show up every week and teach
Okay.
free for 20 minutes.
Okay.
And all my team, everybody connected to me. If you're not showing up every week and teaching for free, you're not ready.
Okay.
You're still hoarding
I can take that on.
information. Yeah, you're hoarding information. You can take that even if you do it in your office and teach it and just drop it. Drop it on LinkedIn, drop it on Facebook, but it needs to go up at the same time every week. And that's our challenge to ourselves. That's a lead generator.
Yeah. That's a lead generator.
You don't
Okay,
have
wait.
to
I
go through
want to
webinar.
back up, and I want to make sure people know, because at the beginning of the call I was calling it a freebie, and now we switched to calling it a lead generator. And I want you guys to know it's the same thing, because I know somebody is like, wait a minute, what did they got? What did they got?
True.
All right. And so the freebie thing, the whatever you download for free, that's really technically called a lead generator. And so what is it supposed to do is generate leads for you to then be able to sell up to. And so I just want to make sure you guys know that. I don't want us using terminology and leaving you guys behind. Because again, it's important to me that you walk away with like doable steps. And y'all, lead generators, we've been doing them since a lot of people have been doing them since the beginning of time. Like if you're at a bridal show and you fill out your information to get a chance to win a tablet of a night at the movies or $500 gift card, like that's a lead generator. That's basically, you just need to get people's information so you can somehow keep in contact with them, so that, and the way I originally learned it, so that they get to know you, like you, trust you, believe you have the solution to their problem, and be ready. And that ready thing is really important for therapists because clients aren't ready until they're ready. And so you can see somebody looking downtrodden and know they need to come into therapy, but until they are ready, they're not going to come. And so you just have to be the person that they know, like, trust, believe you have the solution to their problem, and be ready. And so, and that's why I stay on so many people's lists, because I'm not ready, but when I get ready, I'm going to be able to find you. So, okay.
That's
all right. Kind of winding down. What else do you want the people to know for tonight?
What I want the people to know for tonight, something I adopted recently, a while ago, but it was really downloading to me really, really different lately. So I don't know how many of you have read The Game of Life and How to Play It, but I tapped back in recently, and I realized just a simple download for me was that sorry guys, a simple download for me was that I want to have fun figuring this out. It's a game. I want to have fun making money. I want to have fun generating leads. I want to have fun transforming people's lives. So that was, I feel like I mentioned it to you, but I have a t-shirt getting made that says, let's have fun figuring it out. You know, that can go across the board.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But I have to remind myself, we're gonna have fun, baby. We gotta have fun figuring this out. Like we're not about to be stressed out about this, Natalie. Like we are having.
I love that. You know, that speaks to the couples therapist that's inside of me. That couples therapist just like jump for joy. Because if I can get couples to have fun figuring it out, you know, to be able to be like, okay, I am pissed the hell at you. And let's have fun figuring this out. Like, I don't know why I just went crazy.
No, because here's the thing, Natalie. this is what we should be
Yeah.
doing. Like
Yes.
when we are conversing, when we are
Mm-hmm.
communicating and connecting, we should be like waking each other up. Like
Yes.
really, and going
Yes.
past motivation, we can motivate all day long. We should
Mm-hmm.
be literally transforming each other when we are having
Mm-hmm.
conversations and having
Mm-hmm.
podcasts and meeting each other and
Mm-hmm.
doing business,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
connecting and collaborating. We should be
Mm-hmm.
changing lives. Those are our desires, the desires
Yes.
of our hearts. So
Yes.
it should be fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. Okay. Also, in the spirit of fun,
Mhm.
because I was just looking at pictures and I saw the picture of you and I in the restaurant when we decided to start doing this. And it was April the 3rd is when we did that. And so October will be our 6 months doing this thing.
Yes,
And I've
that
had
is
so much fun with you.
crazy.
I really have. I really
I
have. It's
love
been such a wonderful thing. So I'm so glad that we're doing this.
it.
Okay. All right. Last thoughts closing out.
Just have fun figuring it out, baby. And if you
Have
ain't
fun
figured out how
figuring
to
it out.
have fun figuring it out, you need to tap into this podcast with us.
Yes.
Together,
Yes.
together podcast. Because this is
Woo.
what we do. And we're as we are
Mm-hmm.
evolving, we're realizing like how much fun we're having and then how much we are really just literally transforming our lives and others, just
Yeah.
showing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Having
right.
fun.
So I'm going to my last close. Oh, hey y'all. Hey. All right. I'm trying to let everybody know. So Together conference this year, because I've been thinking about it since April, May, June, and everything just felt so overwhelming every time I
Yeah.
thought about it.
Yeah.
And I finally came to what felt good for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
So my Together conference is in December, and it's
Okay.
where we come together to get it together for the next year. All right. So this will be the Together 2024. And
Mhm.
this is what I decided. We are going away. Okay.
Mm.
So I got to
Mm.
get the landing page up and everything, but we're going to wait. We're going to go away. So I'm going to take you guys away. It's going to be $1,200. And so I'm
Mhm.
hoping to get that up so we can do like you can pay $300 per
Yeah.
month and
Mhm.
have that
Mhm.
paid off by the
Yeah.
mid-December. And we're
Mhm.
going to go away. So we're going to leave on Sunday, December the 17th. We'll arrive at the destination, which is going to be
Mhm.
some house on some beach that's
Mhm.
driving distance away from me. So somewhere
Yes.
probably in the Florida Panhandle, somewhere around there,
Yeah.
or maybe
Yeah. Yeah.
even on the Hilton side. So wherever I can find kind of like the best deal for us to have a beautiful house. And we're going to work on our businesses for 2 days. That's
That
what we're gonna do.
sounds
So we're gonna watch Dolomite on Sunday night. I'm so excited about that. We're gonna watch Dolomite on Sunday night, and we're gonna go to bed all inspired and
yes.
revelations
Yes.
about how we're gonna make impossible things happen.
Yes.
And then on Monday and Tuesday, we're going to spend working on our businesses.
That sounds
And
good.
so
Love it.
we're gonna sit down with the goals. I'm gonna make you guys go through the numbers so you actually know what you're actually trying to do. We're gonna
Mhm.
look at your budget. We're gonna look at everything. We're gonna look at the 20-minute courses that Cherise just told you
Mhm.
guys to do, what you're gonna be talking about weekly. If you gotta write a book, we might even get the book written. But it's gonna be 2 concentrated days of you working on your business, and
Yeah.
you should walk out of there with it on Wednesday morning so everybody can kind of get back home for Christmas. But you
Yeah.
should walk out of there Wednesday morning feeling like you have a solid written plan for you to execute effective January 1st of 2024.
Yep.
And so I'm so excited
I'm
for
there.
you guys to just come. I can feel it already, just the
Mhm.
synergy and the energy of women who own businesses getting together and just sparking things off. Oh, you're going to do
Yeah.
that next year? Oh, well, then
Mhm.
if you're going to do that, then I could do this. Oh, I never thought about doing this. Let's
Yeah.
do this. And so I'm so excited about this. So that's what we're going to do.
I love it.
And because of this call tonight, I'm gonna take on your challenge. And so I'm gonna do a class. I got three things I gotta get done with social media first before I move on to the
Okay.
next thing. But the next thing I promise I'm gonna do my class because you
Okay.
just told us to do it once a week. I can't do it once
Yeah.
a week right now, I don't think, but I can definitely do something. And so
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Mhm. Even
Okay.
alive, alive,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, hop
Yeah.
on
So
10,
that's what I
15 minutes.
decided to do. like based on what you just said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it out there. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it out there live, and I'll teach on that. So I'm excited. I already know because I tried to record it and I couldn't never get the recording to do what I wanted to do. And now
Yeah.
a couple of things are outdated, and so I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I can just do that live based on what you just said. Just do it live and put it out there and get it
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Then we can record it and we can sell that or give that away or make that a freebie. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm
So,
texting you right now also based off that information I shared with you a couple of days ago. So
okay.
we need to make sure that that's moving forward.
Yes, ma'am. All
Okay.
right, people. With that,
All right.
we're gonna bid you guys a good night. We love you. We want you
Love you.
prosperous. We want you happy. We want you having fun. And if y'all need us, DM us, reach out to us, do whatever you need to do. All right. Good
Yes.
night.
Good night. Love you
Night.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Jungle.